start it. Oh shoot. Hold it. Bruh.
Yeah, they start. Okay, yeah.
To round 3 of Formula Allegiant Season 2. We welcome you live here for the Spanish Grand Prix. I'm joined by Max Beard here in the booth. So, Max Beard, what do you expect to see tonight?
Well, actually, I haven't really ever done any type of racing on this team in Spain, but like I've said, every race, tires gonna be big. I think, I don't think this is gonna be a huge track on tire wear because it's a pretty straightforward track, but you never know, honestly. We said the same about Bahrain and others, so be interesting to see tonight as someone, Royce Crown on track and others start the out on track.
Yep. Yeah, Royce Crown, yeah, heading out on track in the Williams. See the Williams, yeah. Royce Crown, forgot, I don't know if he raced. Did he race? Did he race Bahrain? I'm not sure if he did.
No, he did not.
Yeah, but he did win the Australian GP, so he does have a win on the season. In that in that race, he had a crazy finish with Justin Jewell, who's also racing tonight for Ferrari. But yeah, it should be a pretty interesting race here tonight. This track last season, or this race last season, was the first time we saw anyone challenge Sam Lewis for the race win, which was David Albon, who was also obviously racing tonight. He also won the Bahrain GP last time out, but. Yeah, David Albon last season was almost able to keep pace with Sam Lewis, but Sam Lewis was still able to get the win. Obviously, Spain is a lot earlier in the season here this season, so yeah, obviously it was a little later in the season. I think it was after Monaco maybe last season. Now it's the third race last season after Bahrain.
Yeah, I also want to point out that was David Albon's debut race in Spain last season. So yeah, we have a 13-car field of midfield for tonight. We have a few new drivers. I'll let you go over them.
Yeah, so we have. I gotta check the names real quick. Let me check the signups real quick. So yeah, we have Dylan Thake. I'm not sure if I don't know if I'm saying that right. So I'll ask him after the race if I'm saying that right. But it's Dylan Thake in the Red Bull, and then we have Amar Takhar in the V Carb. He's as a reserve also. Dylan's also a reserve for Red Bull, and then obviously not a new driver, but we also have Ryan Searles, or now known as Ryan Ocon, in the field. So yeah, he obviously says he had to sign up again. He just changed his last name to Ocon, not Searles. So yeah, that is Ryan Searles, if you remember him from last season. But yeah, fast on the board right now. Actually, just went to Michael Mora by
Wow.
by 1/100th of a second. So Michael Moore right ahead of Landon Bear now. Jack Ward third. Jack Ward.
Here's Amar Takar P1. What a lap!
Yeah, what a lap for Amar Takar.
Oh,
That was close right there. That was
wow.
Yeah, that was David Albon, I believe that was. Yeah, David Albon. So yeah, David Albon on his lap right here with 13 minutes left in qualifying.
Here's Justin Jewell, who, okay, I don't know what happened. He had a rough lap there. But yeah, Martin Carr, similar to what David Albon did in his debut, he was absolutely fine there. And it's kind of interesting. And he goes quicker.
Wow.
Dylan Thake.
Yeah, Dylan Thake, what a lap for him. Goes a tenth faster than Amar Takar.
Yes, yeah, that's really interesting. I mean, you see 5th for Jack Ward, 6th for Jonathan Hibbett, 7th for Royce Crown. I mean, really interesting to see it. David Albon. I mean, and there's already dangerous laps and retiring there. But yeah, here's David Albon. He challenged these top 2 new drivers. These new drivers could make a huge challenge for David Albon, who was already challenged by Jack Ward.
Yes.
Here's David Albon.
Yeah, here comes David Albon. Up to the line, only 5th for David Albon in the Aston Martin. Not an amazing lap for the Aston Martin, as it's the two reserve drivers, the two new drivers of Dylan Thake and Marta Carr. 1-2 right now as Michael Mora is third on the board. It's 7/10 back to second and 8/10 back to first.
Yeah, I want to point out, so a good lap there from Landon Bear now, who's up in 4th, ahead of both Aston Martins, both Saubers, and Royce Crown is actually, Royce Crown just went 3rd. They can't break into the 112s, and the other drivers, the 2 other drivers can. It's a really interesting qualifying here. 2 drivers that just joined about an hour ago are topping the field by a pretty good margin. I'll be right back.
Here comes Billy Kreger rounding these final corners. Billy Kreger, let's see what the Alpine can do. Billy Kreger, let's see as he rounds the final corner. Flat out through those final 2 corners. Here goes Billy Kreger. He goes the 1:15.2, not an amazing lap for the Alpine. As here comes the Mercedes, who's heading into the second sector here. The Mercedes of Ryan Oncon. He is the last car over. It's going to be the last car over the line for the first runs. He is the only car that hasn't had a lap yet, but he's heading through the sweeping corner right there and heading down into the kind of technical section here. Ryan Ocon seems like a pretty tidy lap, I think, for the Mercedes. Obviously didn't see his sector 1, but here comes the Mercedes, riding on board with them, heading through the final corners. Is Ryan Ocon. Let's see what he can do. It runs a little wide into the gravel, but it still could be okay. It's a 1:13.5. He goes up to only 9th.
Yeah, I didn't even notice Michael Mora P2. Holy cow.
Yeah, there's a big difference from 3rd to 4th. Both Williams seem pretty similar pace. Royce Crown and Landon Barnell. Obviously, Landon Barnell was a McLaren last race because obviously we didn't give him enough time to switch to the Williams. But yeah, his points still counted toward Williams. But
yeah, I'm gonna point out something in the Constructors Championship. It's gonna be a really interesting championship. This is an Aston Martin and Williams. I think they're gonna be the top 2 teams competing, and performances like today. I mean, look at that. They're 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. It's gonna be really interesting to see them battle. It's early in the season, but championship battle's already getting started. It seems like.
Yep. Aston Martin, though, 6th and 7th right now. They're kind of struggling a little bit, but it's obviously that was on their first run, so I don't know if they'll probably improve quite a bit. David Albon 6th, Jack Ward is 7th. Those 2 fought for the win last time out in Bahrain. Jack Ward had the better strategy over David Albon. But yeah, Jack Ward was almost able to get the win. He was hunting down that is Aston Martin teammate of David Albon in those final closing laps. But David Albon was able to hang on for the win and get his first win of the season. David Albon obviously was one of the 2 winners last season. Obviously, yeah, because there's Sam Lewis who won the first 13 races last season, and then David Albon won the rest.
Yeah, I want to point out, it doesn't seem like a true fact, but that was actually the first Team 1-2 in Formula Allegiant race history. As up to the line, it's a 1:11.9. He's in the 1:11. Goes Mark Carr.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm saying that wrong, but I'll have to ask him.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a hard name to pronounce, but yeah.
There's Rush.
Oh no! That's Dylan Thake. It was in the barrier, and Dylan Thake is out of qualifying.
Oh, I saw that as soon as I saw he was up by 2 tenths, and right there, a big mistake. That is a huge hit. I'm gonna actually get a clip of that because why not?
Yeah.
Wow.
He still has a pretty good lap on the board, so I mean, oh, there's a little bit of chaos. That is the V carb off the road. That is Marta Carr's top of the board. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but yeah, he went through the grass, so he keeps it clean.
Don't get in the barrier. Jeez.
Yeah. So we go about 8 minutes left in qualifying here in Spain. Here comes Jack Ward. I don't know if this is a lap for Jack Ward. We're also gonna pull up the lap data. Almost forgot to put that up. But yeah, both Aston Martins seem pretty equal. Here comes David Albon. Not sure if this is a lap for him or not.
Yeah, I just missed a NASCAR dash. Lucas got it. It was no drag team. Darn it. Anyway.
As David Albon comes over the line, does not improve though. As yeah, Jack Ward was not on a lap. He's in pits.
It's Gaudio Alamani on a good lap. He goes up to 6. Really good lap for Alamani.
Yeah, he had a good performance in Bahrain. He also
what a lap! Oh, what a lap for the Ferrari. Sorry, but Justin Joel up to 4th.
Yeah, good lap from the Ferrari. But yeah, Gaudio Alamani, going back to Gaudio Alamani, he had a really good run in Bahrain. He got a podium. He got 3rd in Bahrain. He had a really good strategy, and that's what pretty much propelled him to the podium. So it was a good race for Gaudio Alamani. As also, yeah, there was also, we didn't even mention it. Jonathan Ibbett also in the field. He obviously raced. I believe he did race Bahrain. So here comes Hibbett. I believe this is actually a lap for Jonathan Hibbett. Is it? Yes, it is. He goes up 10th, and he is only 10th on the board, though.
Yeah, this is every race there just seems to be something different happening in Formula Allegiant. Australia, we saw not many drivers. Bahrain, we saw strategy. Here, we're seeing a lot of interesting times here. I mean, 9 for David Albon, who's doing something there. 10 for Jonathan Hibbett. Really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, this is really interesting. The 2 new drivers seem very fast right now. The 2 new drivers that joined. Yeah, the both Red Bull Academy drivers. But
yeah, I think both may deserve a seat after this. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, 5.5 minutes left in qualifying. Royce Crown is out on track, but this is not a lap for Royce Crown. He's probably going to head into the pits. Royce Crown is 6th on the board. Leonard Barrow is actually having a really nice run right now. He's just behind Justin Jewell. He's 5th. So yeah, Justin Jewell. I wonder if Justin Jewell was able to get a setup for this race because he almost won. He did almost win Australia on a preset setup. So. Yeah, that was really impressive from Justin Jewell, and he might have a shot to win tonight, but he's still got to prove quite a lot. That's Ryan Ocon, who actually went up to 5th on the board, but yeah, he cut turn 1 and 2 there to try to get back to the pits as fast as possible. But yeah, Ryan Ocon up to 5th on the board. 4th, 5th, and 6th look all really close. Actually, I guess 4th through 8th. So I mean, actually, I mean, everyone from. Actually, yeah, looking at this, everyone from 4th on back is honestly pretty close.
Yeah, Jack Ward is on a lap here. He is up by just over a few thousand. We'll see if he can improve. This is interesting, really interesting to see both Aston Martins. They're kind of struggling, but I wouldn't count them out still either way in the race. So.
Yep, see what Jack Ward can do as he heads through Sector 2.
A little bit rough there, yeah, a little bit. lose. Also, I didn't even realize there's a bridge there. I don't even know if that exists, but oh, he's down by a 10.
Yeah, Jack Ward. Yeah, he's gonna have to find some time in these final few corners. Here we go. As now Jack Ward. We'll see if this is a lap for Jack Ward here. He's just gonna bail on it. He's gonna keep going. Will this be an improvement for Jack Ward? Doesn't look like it will, but we'll see. Up to the line comes Jack Ward. Yes, it is. Good sector 3.
And that is how thin the margins are. He only improved by about 2/10, and it shot him up 5 positions almost.
Yeah, good lap from Jack Ward.
Really trying to get back to the pits now. He's got to hurry up. I think he should, but you never know.
Yeah. See a lot of people waiting to get out on track, trying to get the fastest track possible by going out as late as possible. But here comes Landon Barron now, who's 7th on the board. He only needs to improve less than a 10th here if he can get up to 4th. So he doesn't need to improve much, but he probably want to. As here comes Landon Barron now, heading through turns 1, 2, and 3. The sweeping turn 3, and heading down into the braking zone of turn 4. Landon Barron now. We'll see if this is going to be a good lap for the Williams. Landon Barron now heads into turn 5. Landon Barron now. Didn't quite catch if he's improving or not. Forgot to look. But Landon Barron now heads up to the uphill section. That's where a lot of time can be found, and heading up into here, heading down the DRS straight here, really fast straightaway. Heading up into the hairpin here, getting a little bit of a tow from his teammate Royce Crown. That might help out Landon Barron now. Also, didn't even catch if he's improving in sector 2.
Yeah, here he comes. This corner is really tough. He gets through there cleanly. He's got to get as much grip as possible and absolutely push to the line here as he comes out of the final corner. Oh, a bit of a mistake there. But, that's probably it for him.
Not an improvement. Royce Brown is, I don't know if he's going to go for a lap here. He's 8th. He could probably get one more in if he can just charge up that ERS. As a lot of people on their outlet.
Alamany, not really improving. He's right there though, so you never know. He's 9th. It's really interesting. Oh, mistake a little bit from Alamany. Got on the curb. Not sure if it's going to be an improvement for the Sauber, and he's going to back off. Yeah.
Super hard to get to put together the perfect lap here in Spain, but so far it looks like Amar Takar has pulled off on here perfect lap. We'll see if he can improve. He heads to the final corners here to start his lap. We'll see as here comes Amar Takar. DRS open, heading down into turn number 1 on Amar Takar. Let's see what he can do.
I think he can improve, honestly, because I mean, Tret's gone a lot faster. I mean, he definitely can. I think we'll see though.
Yeah, he's the only driver in the 111s right now. We'll see if Michael Moore has anything to say about that. Michael Moore.
Ryan Ocon up to P6.
Yeah, good lap for Ryan Ocon. P6 for the Mercedes and his return to Formula Allegiant. But here comes Amar Takar. He is improving by about half a second here in the first sector as he heads through up the uphill corner. Is heading up into this section here. Just gotta try to keep it as smooth as possible. And heading down the straightaway here, we'll see what Amar Takar can do. He's improved by a 10th. Yeah.
This is gonna be, I think. This could be even faster. These drivers, I don't know. These both Red Bull drivers, similar to Sam Lewis, not really quite his pace, but I mean, it's kind of seeming like how Sam Lewis was. But he would go up to the line, and it will be a 1:11.7. Wow.
What a lap! Well, Michael Moore made anything to say about it. He's not improving, or I'm not sure if he is improving. I kind of cut to him, but I don't know if he's improving. He heads through sector 2. As Gary Oldman retires, but here we go. Michael Moore, he's probably the only person that can challenge this V-car for pole position, but I don't know if he's going to be able to find the time. As here we go, Landon Barron also retires, so these guys are just retiring in the pits. As here comes Michael Moore, runs a little wide there. We'll see if he's improving, heading down to the hairpin. He's not. He's not improving. He's going to have to find a lot of time in this final sector, but it doesn't look like it's going to be possible. Royce Crown goes up to P4. Good lap for Royce Crown.
Yeah, as well as David Albon up to P5. I didn't even notice them. But Michael Moore, I don't think it's going to be an improvement. So the top 2 are going to stay the same, and he's just going to...
Yeah, going to wreck it across the line. Oh! So Michael Moore will be third. The only car that's
Oh wow, Billy Prager on a decent line, up to
yeah, up
seventh.
to seventh, and that's pretty much going to wrap up qualifying. As for some reason the V car just doing donuts. Okay.
Wow. So Michael Moore, yeah. So Dylan State, he crashed, but he's still gonna be. What the heck is happening with my game with Michael Moore? Holy cow! There's like the tire became like 50 feet for a second. Yo.
But yeah, the V car is going to be on pole. Marta car, and then at second it's going to be the Red Bull of Dylan Thake, the two new drivers that just joined the league. They seem really good. Oh goodness, that was the V car that just hit the pit wall there. But yep, the V carb is going to be on pole position. Here comes your results on your screen. It's going to be a Marta car starting on pole. Then you have Dylan Thake, Michael Moore, Royce Crown, David Albon, Justin Jewell, Billy Kreger, Jack Ward, Ryan Alcon, Landon Baranel, Gaddy Omni, Jonathan Ibbett, and Jacob Alaxon. I haven't really talked much about Jacob Alaxon, but yeah, he hasn't raced since Bahrain Season 1, which was the second race ever in this league. So yeah, he's making his second start, or it might be his third start, I'm not sure, but his first start since early season 1. But yep, it is time for the Spanish Grand Prix.
Yeah, as I missed another F1 deck.
Of course, they all have to pop up while we're racing.
It was Mazepin too. That would have been great.
Right. Anyways, yep, we are live here for the Spanish Grand Prix. We're down at the track here. You see the paddock. Everyone's gonna get their setups in and get their strategies in. It'll be interesting. I'm not sure how much the tire wear is here. I do remember last season, I think it was a little bit of a strategic race. We did get a late race safety car that allowed David Albon to almost win that race over Sam Lewis. But yeah, Sam Lewis did overall have better pace than David Albon that race. But David Albon did put up a fight to Sam Lewis multiple times that season. But yeah, that was David Albon's debut race, and yeah. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top here in the Spanish Grand Prix.
Yep, it looks like a pretty overcast race. I don't think there's gonna be any rain. But you never know. Maybe it's not overcast. It just changed. Okay, that was weird. But yeah,
yep.
Let's see. So you see, I'll go through the tires real quick. Mediums for the top two. Michael Moore, hards already. Okay, 2 people with those qualified. Mediums for Royce Crown, hards for David Albon and Justin Jewell. Softs for Billy Frager, who usually has pretty good strategies and he's pretty good at coming out and late in the race. So we'll see if he can make a charge. Jack Ward on the medium, along with Ryan Alcon and Landon Baranel. Alamany on the soft. His teammate Jonathan Tibbett on the medium, and Jacob Slackson on the soft. So pretty mixed.
Yep. Yeah, I don't see those softs being the tire to run here tonight or today, but
the leader, the B car is off.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Off on the formation lap. Got to pull a Hadjar, but yeah, the V car, but he's obviously the pole sitter. Yeah, we'll see a lot of jeez, like a little bit of chaos on the formation lap. Oh my goodness. But yep, as the field rounds these final few corners here, and it's time for the Spanish Grand Prix.
What is NASCAR on? What does it mean Logano's the wrong name? That's who he is. Oh my god. And I missed it.
Okay, if the viewers are confused why we're saying like the NASCAR. Oh, that's Michael Moore on the wall. Oh, what is happening on the formation lap?
NASCAR does
okay.
On Discord that you can catch drivers, but I put the full name. You have to put the full name in apparently. I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, you didn't put the full name in.
I just put Logano because it was Logano.
Oh yeah, you can't put the full name. Anyways,
darn it.
Here we go. And it is time for the Spanish Grand Prix. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out, and away we go. We're underway for the Spanish Grand Prix. Here we go. It's heading down and the run up into turn 1. The V car and the Red Bull side by side. The V car gets ahead. As here we go down at turn 1. This could get pretty chaotic. A little bit of locking up. They all make it through cleanly, maybe. As a lot of jockeying for positions back here. It's a whole freaking chaos back here. Desperately trying to get positions. As here we go. The V car out in front, and then the Red Bull second, and the Williams third. That's some contact. Yeah.
David Albon. Whoa.
That's some contact. No, no. Oh no. That's the Williams and the Bernal out of the race on the first lap for the second time this season. And got also out.
What happened? I don't know what just happened.
That I would assume is going to be a safety car. Absolute chaos happened in the back. As that's going to be a safety car. Safety car is out as now as 2 cars DNF already from the Spanish Grand Prix.
Yeah, I mean they were going like I don't know. I got a glimpse of it. It looked like they were going 3 or 4 wide, and that's just not gonna work. And Landon Bear now once again, such a great weekend going, and it all ends lap 1.
Yep, that's the second time Landon Bernal just gotten unlucky on lap 1. Obviously at Australia, he DNF'd lap 1 of the season in turn 3, and he made it a little bit further this time than Australia, but yeah, he DNFs again on lap 1. Landon Bernal on the Williams has to be a curse.
Yeah, here's the Aston Martin. David Albon had a rough, but he fell from midfield to last. I think he might have gotten involved in that incident.
Yeah, he's in the pit.
Was that just a VS? That was just a VSC, I guess.
Oh, I guess it was. Wow. The marshals got it cleaned up. As now we're back racing here for the Spanish Grand Prix. The V car leads of Marta Car. They have Dylan Thake behind him, then Royce Crown, and it's a big train behind Royce Crown. As a lot cleaner of a restart this time, as obviously everyone's a little bit more spread out. But yeah, that Red Bull, we'll see. These two have pretty similar pace, Dylan Thake and Marta Car.
I just want to point out, safety cars were on in Prix, so I don't know what happened there. I guess maybe because, I don't know, it was off track. I don't really know. That's interesting. Everyone a lot cleaner this time, but that does not help David Albon. He's 22 seconds back. Rough left for him. He definitely got involved in that as we complete lap 2. But man, what a weird sequence of events. That might have been one of the biggest crashes I've personally seen in Formula Allegiant.
Yeah, that was a huge crash. But yeah, lap 3 here in the Spanish Grand Prix. The Red Bull had a look into turn 1 on the V car, but wasn't able to get there as he got dirtier all through turns 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, now he falls back a few tenths as Royce Crown now right on the rear gearbox. A little bit of Dylan Thake. Yeah, lap 3 here. Everyone's trying to get settled in, and for the next 30 laps here of the Spanish Grand Prix.
That's a pretty long GP, honestly. It's not a very long track, but still pretty long for these drivers. So, in the battle, it's on side by side through here. That's Jonathan Hibb and Ryan Ocon. They both get DRS to the outside. Goes Ryan Ocon through here. Can he go make the pass? He cannot. Maybe though to the inside. Oh! Will Baney. My goodness, and he's gonna make the pass. Oh.
Yep, Ryan Ocon up to 8th. Michael Moore also had a rough start. He's down to P7 as the V car sets the fastest lap of the race. Dylan Thake has fallen out of DRS range. Royce Crown is right there with him. That's Michael Moore and Justin Jewell. Michael Moore goes off the road. Here comes Justin Jewell back at him. Justin Jewell stays in 6th. Michael Moore down to 7th once again. He got the 6th for a second, but now he goes back down to 7th.
Yep. And oh my gosh, what a race this has been so far. It's been a lot of wheelbang, a lot of contact. I mean, at some point these drivers gotta calm down and save their stuff, as Maybe not though. Jonathan Emmett was going for a lift there on Ryan Ocon.
Yep, as Michael
And
Moore's
back
gonna
in
have
the-
DRS
back in-
here.
Also, Dylan Safe is in DRS range of the lead card of the car, and here comes Dylan Safe. He's gonna get a run as he goes through here. This might be able to make a move into turn 1, but probably not.
Yep, it's a little bit far back, but he is in DRS range. Royce Crown also in DRS range with Dylan Fake, so there's a pretty big DRS train here. They're all kind of evenly spread out. The top 5 all have a chance to win this. Billy Kreger also P4. Obviously on the softs, he's gonna fall off a little bit later, but yeah, as they're side by side here for P6 once again. Michael Moore does not go off the road this time as Michael Moore gets up to 6, but will Justin Jewell maybe have a look at him? No, he gets a dirty air off through turn 3, and that's not going to help him. And side by side, that is Ryan Ocon and John Hibbett. They're side by side as Ryan Ocon up to 8th. As yeah, Michael Moore leads this train from 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th.
David Albon into the pits, and he will retire the car. That is a plus for David Albon, who will be out in the Spanish Grand Prix and will definitely lose the championship lead from that. Or I don't even know if he had it, but he'll definitely lose a lot of points. Just tough luck. He was 30 seconds behind. Don't really know if he would have caught back up. So yeah, he was out. 3 retirements in 5 laps during this main.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for David Albon, but looking back at the front, yeah, the V car was broken out of DRS range to the Red Bull, and then Royce Crown also is not in DRS range to Dylan Thake, but Jack Ward was in DRS range to Billy Kreger, and Jack Ward gets up to 4th, as I wonder if the softs are starting to wear out on that Alpine. Here we go, side by side. That once again, Justin Jewell gets up to 6th. These two have just been going back and forth. The Ferrari and the Mercedes for 6th and 7th.
Yep, side by side almost, and everyone keeps playing. I should watch something real quick.
Yep.
Man, I watched the review of Barno crash. That was a big crash there. He got put 3 wide middle, it looks like, and yeah, we'll have to look at that after the race.
Yep. It was lap 6 here in Spain, going on to lap 7. Dylan Thake back in DRS range. It's just been kind of going back and forth with Dylan Thake getting DRS. He will get the DRS on the front stretch though, so it's good for that. Red Bull is Royce Crown starting to fall back a little bit. Jack Ward. He is 4th right now, trying to catch the Williams, and he might get him down this front stretch here, but he's a little bit far back. But I feel like Jack Ward's definitely gonna get around Royce Crown soon. I feel like he might have saved his stuff a little bit better.
Yeah, Jack Ward at Bahrain, he had probably the better strategy than David Albon, but couldn't quite catch up. And now he's trying to get up to 3rd, past Royce Crown, as yeah, it looks like everyone's pretty much settled in at this point. Although the Red Bull is catching the V car for the lead right now, and yeah, Royce Crown just doesn't quite have the pace as those two. Yeah.
Oh, off the road a little bit. That was the V car, the Marta car. He goes a little bit off the road, and now that opens up the opportunity for the Red Bull. But he got a little bit tight in that dirty air, and yeah, the Red Bull Dylan Thake. That gap stays around the same after that dirty air moment there. But I think the Red Bull is going to get around the V-Carb here soon. Down the front stretch is probably where it's going to happen as they head down through the final few corners. We'll see if Dylan Thake's close enough.
Yep, he goes through here. He might be close enough. He's going to open the DRS, goes down the long front straightaway, but I don't think he's actually going to have enough. He's gaining, but won't be enough.
Yeah, not quite enough for Dylan Thake, but he did gain a little bit. Gap is about now back to 7/10. The dirty air is really bad here. That's why it's super tough to make passes. Royce Crown also caught up a little bit with all that stuff happening at the front as Jack Ward is trying to catch Royce Crown, but actually it's not. I don't know if maybe Jack Ward made a mistake or something because he's now not in DRS range to Royce Crown.
Yep. as everything starts to get spread out. As he might be able to, yeah, don't think he goes through here. This is not where he struggles, obviously, in the dirty air. He's gonna have a run though. He's gaining to the braking zone. He might be able to, if he can, the gap can stay like this, he can definitely make a move into turn 1. But he's just gotta keep it there. And Royce Crown is also really gaining from this. As I think we're also going to see pit stops soon, pretty soon at least, for definitely Billy Krager, probably.
Yeah.
Go through here.
I would imagine this being a 2-stop race. Oh no, Royce Crown off into the gravel a little bit. He keeps it going, but that's a big mistake for Royce Crown. As Jack Ward now going to gain a lot on Royce Crown, but still Jack Ward not able to get in the DRS race to Royce Crown. But that's a big mistake to Royce Crown. Lost about a second from that. The side by side are fighting here. Oh no, never mind. That's not fighting. People are in the pits. That is Billy Krager in the pits.
Billy Krager, okay. He pits maybe a little bit early, but I don't know how his tires work, so I can't really say. But yep, there goes Billy Krager, comes out. I would assume Jacob Slapson will pit next in the McLaren, but let's see.
Yep. Billy Krager is going to get a pretty good undercut on everyone else, but yeah, the top 4 all on the medium tires, and then
oh, Jacob Slapson!
Oh no, he's off the road. Jacob Alaxon, as he goes off the road. He keeps it clean though. Good save from the McLaren's. Billy Krager now catching up to Jacob Alaxon.
And that whole time he went off and he got it like a drift. He kept it off the wall. Took out a few signs, but other than that, car seems okay.
Yeah, the Scab's just been staying relatively the same at the front. I don't know if the Red Bull's close enough here. He might, as he's gaining his into turn 1, not able to get there. Dylan thinks he's going to have to take any opportunity he can, though, because this dirty air is just probably killing his tires. And yeah, the V-Carb has the advantage in that clean air, and is definitely not getting as much tire wear because obviously he doesn't have to turn as much in that dirty air.
There's Jacob Slats into the pits. Billy Krager will go and stop window is open actually for the hards.
And the medium. That medium for me.
For me, that's what it was. Okay. Yeah, I think it made more sense for the medium, but still seems a little bit early. For me at least. I don't know.
There's a good chance that might be for a 2-stop strategy, but maybe some people are going to make it a 1-stop. I'm not really sure what the strategies are going to look like. As Dylan Thake, about 7/10 of the gap still. Dylan Thake just hasn't been able to get close enough down that front stretch to make the move. He's really struggling with that dirty air from the V-Carb as they make their way through the final corners. The Red Bull just not quite close enough again, I don't think.
Yep. I think at this point he's just going to have to try to maybe do an undercut to pass him, but he's getting a big run in the turn 1. Does he go for the move?
Not quite. It was about the same story last lap, and Dylan Thake was not able to get the pass there. He's got to get it about 6/10 on the front stretch because it was about 7/10 that time around. So he needs about 6/10 so he can get side by side. Oh! Jacob Laxton, he's out of. He actually decides just to retire the car after that. So Jacob Laxton.
That's gonna be a safety car. Or VSC, or
I'm not sure if that's a VSC or a safety car.
Right,
but that's going to shake up stuff at the front, especially if it's a safety car. We'll see. Yeah, this could be a good time for these guys to pit.
He didn't retire from the hit. He just retired after he crashed. But
yeah,
since he was on track, yeah. So that's 4 retirements out of 13 cars, and I think. Oh
no! That's Royce Crown. Yes, he has a drive-through for speeding under VSC. So it was only a VSC. As we're back racing here, Dylan Thake is still 7/10. Didn't get a great jump off that restart. As he's still gonna get DRS here, but definitely not gonna be close enough on the V car. But maybe he has DRS. Here he comes. Here we go. He has a big run heading down into the braking zone. Makes the. I had a look, but not able to get there. As the Red Bull still trying to find a way around the V-Carb.
Here comes Jonathan Tibbett into the pits. He's kind of been struggling today, but you never know. He still has a chance. But As yeah, it's a really tough track to pass that. There's only really one passing zone. Turn one. Oh no! Oh! They take each other out at the front.
Oh no! That's the Red Bull and the V car. They both crash, and now Royce Crown takes the lead. But he has that drive-through, so Jack Ward is going to be the provisional leader.
What? I don't know what happened. I don't know if they tagged, but when I saw the V car spun, then the Red Bull spun behind him. Wow, what is happening in Spain? What?
That is a huge moment. I still wouldn't count them out, but because they definitely have better pace on the whole field. But yeah, they didn't. Still, the V Curve is provisional second right now. I don't think he has wing damage, but the Red Bull definitely does. The Red Bull has a front end plate off, and also part of his part of the left side of his front or the right side of his front wing off also. So yeah, that Red Bull definitely gonna have to pit repair that wing. He's gonna come into the pit lane now, but the V Carb is able to stay out, and that V Carb might have a good chance to win this race still.
Yeah, I almost gotta wonder about where's trying to drive-through. Is also we got Ryan Ocon in the pit, but yeah, I mean I think shades of 2016 Spain. I think just the Red Bull and V Carb tagged and they both spun around. But man, I mean, this is definitely maybe the most chaotic race we've seen in Formula Allegiant in a long time.
Yeah, this is absolutely wild. It's also Ryan Ocon went into the pit lane. They both go on the hards, so yeah, but obviously the Red Bull had to repair that front wing, so he lost a few seconds from that. Says Jonathan Hibbett now is right there with him. That's unfortunate for Dylan Thake, but I mean, still wouldn't count him out. Wouldn't even count out a safety car happening, honestly, because this race has been quite chaotic.
Yeah, I wonder now. Dylan Thake Dylan Thake. Oh my gosh, can't tell. Does he go for the one stop? Probably not, but in between laps, you never know.
I mean, he might. He did go on the hards. So there's a chance.
Yeah, it could work. I mean, most people haven't pit on the mediums that are 12 and 13 laps old. We'll see if any. Oh, Royce Crown to the pit. He's gonna have to serve the drive-through. I don't know if he's serving that now or.
Most likely, yeah. So I think he's gonna serve the drive-through here. I don't think the game's gonna even let him do the pit stop before the drive-through. So yeah.
Yeah, nope, no pit crew out there.
Yeah.
Michael Mora as well into the pit.
Yeah, Mora into the pit lane. As we'll see, will the Red Bull get ahead of the Mercedes of Michael Mora? Here we go. So Mercedes heading out of the pit lane here. Will the Red Bull get him? Red Bull heading down the front stretch. Don't think, yeah, he's not gonna quite get him as the Mercedes Michael Mora comes out in front of the Red Bull of Dylan Thake.
Yep. And still says he's on 13 lap full tires, so that should change the pace.
Yep.
Yeah, already the V Carbon's gaining on Jack Ward. He's much quicker right now. And he's just got a rebound from that incident.
Yeah, I still think that V Carb is probably going to be able to win this race because he has better pace than Jack Ward right now, and also his main competition, Dylan Thake got pretty much taken out of the contention. Oh no! Does a little bit of contact that might have gave Michael Morris some wing damage. No, it wasn't. It was just some dirt or something. So you go side by side through there. That's not where you want to go side by side. As Dylan Thake gets up to P6, but yeah, he's still way far behind to try to catch the Alpine of Billy Craig's Royce Brown heads into the pit lane again to actually get his pit stop in. There's also the V Carb into the pits, goes on the hards, as obviously, yeah, the Red Bull Dylan Thake definitely not going to get to him.
Yeah, this is a one-stop race, yeah, for sure, because yeah, they're on the hards, but should make it till the end. So here's Justin Jules now that got up to second. Look at the undercut for Billy Fragrance put him third, and it's probably going to put him second, but he's on the two-stop, so it's maybe not going to work in the end, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, unless he wants to take the risk and go for a one-stop, that's probably not going to happen on the mediums. I think he's going to go for a two-stop. So, yeah, that'll be interesting to see if the Alpine can pull that off. As yeah, I believe he's going to be the only one going for a two-stop here in Spain. As I believe, actually he may have the lead because obviously Jack Ward. We'll see if Jack Ward stays out.
Right, Michael Moore is off.
Oh yeah, Michael Moore. Yeah. Oh, Michael Moore. Oh. hard hit into the wall. I'm not sure what happened there. As now that could cause a safety car. Is that a safety car?
I think it is. What?
Yep, it is a safety car. You see it? Yeah, it's a safety car heading on track, and yeah, safety car is out here in Spain.
Not sure what he was doing there. I mean, pretty simple. If you want to retire the car, you don't crash like that. So, not sure what he's doing, but Billy Prager pits. That
really helps Billy Prager. Also, that's a big break for Dilla Thake, who's now back in contention now. But yeah, Jack Ward and Justin Jewell most likely going to come into the pit lane here. They're probably not going to come out. They might come out the leader actually. Or Jack Ward might come out the leader. I'm not sure if Justin Jewell will. He might. There's a chance. That's interesting.
Yeah. So this really changes everything for this guy, Jack Ward. Probably gonna pit this time, I'd assume. I'm not sure if it's a VSC. It is a VS. Is it another VSC?
No, it's a full safety car. I saw the safety car go on track. So, yeah, it's a full safety car. As here we go, Jack Ward gonna dive down into the pit lane as Justin Jewell also is gonna come into the pit lane. I'd imagine. Yep, here he comes. Now we'll see if the V carb is gonna get past him, but obviously the Delta is gonna not allow him to, most likely. So, yeah, the V carb definitely not gonna pass those two. So Jack Ward heads into the pit stall. Goes on the mediums again. Did he start on the mediums? I believe he did, or no? I'm not sure. Well, no, Justin Jewell did not. Justin Jewell obviously switched his compound. Did Jack Ward switch it though? So here we go, as the V-Carb always gonna barely come out in second. So the V-Carb Marticar comes out in second, but obviously Jack Ward is the leader here, but I believe he did switch his compound. I just think we missed that.
Let's see, Jack Ward.
Oh, I see Jack Ward. Do you have to give those places back? He kind of went off the road. He might. The game might have just. Yeah, I think he went off track, and I think that just let the people in front through.
Jack Ward, yeah, he started on the medium. I don't have any clue what the call was.
Yeah, that's interesting, because obviously you have to switch the tire compound during the race. Like if you start on the medium, it's got to go to either the hard to the soft. So yeah, I'm not sure. He might have. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's odd if he's. That would pretty much guarantee he has to do a two-stop.
Yeah, SIM cards in this lap. I'm pretty much confounded. I don't really know what that call was, especially. I mean, I don't know. We're gonna have to find out during the interview or something. But I don't know. I mean, Justin Jewell, he switched compounds, but I mean that pretty much is gonna give his V car a good shot for when. However, the Red Bull is up there. He's back up to fourth, so you never know.
Yep. There's also for some reason.
Someone just said Justin Jewell just reported it's gonna rain. I don't know if that's true.
Oh, that's interesting. But here we go. As the field rounds the final corners here, and we are, here we go. As we are, wow, it's a long way. So now we're back racing here in Spain. As here we go, back racing here.
It is gonna rain because Royce Johnson's a bit. That explains a lot why Jack Ward, I believe, it would put on those tires. Wait a minute.
That's interesting. As here we go, the side by side for that's back in the back. As though there's contact between Ryan Knockon and the Sauber of Jonathan Hibbett. But looking back at the front here, as here we go, the V carb on the hards. He is the leader. As Justin Jewell second. As here goes Justin Jewell looking down the inside. A big send. That was a daring send right from the Ferrari, but they're side by side heading up into the uphill section. Will the B car back out? No one backs out. It's gonna be Justin Jewell trying to get redemption from Australia. 2 races ago, he's gonna take the lead here in Australia or in Spain.
Yeah, you know the B car is going to be happy with that move into this corner. Up to third, Jack Ward. that explains a lot. If he's on the truth, I got the word from. It's gonna rain, so that changes everything. But it is definitely getting darker on track. I have noticed that the past few laps.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I don't know how heavy the rain will be. I didn't even know there was rain coming. But yeah, there is some clouds forming. We'll see when the first drops hit. But here we go. The V carb. There's no DRS on this lap here, but they'll get DRS the next lap. Here comes the V carb with the slipstream. Goes to the outside, not able to get there. Slight contact with Amar Takari and Justin Jewell.
Yeah. Just changes everything. If I see a raindrop, I would probably come into the pits as soon as possible. His first round again to the pits. I think he might have disconnected actually.
Yeah, I believe he did. He joined back, but yeah.
A lot of big names today having issues. First round into the pit, but yeah. Justin Jewell at the front showing off his speed. We didn't think of him as much of a contender coming into the season. I don't even think he was in the lead until he joined, but he's back and he's definitely looking fast here. Especially on 125. It's up to trying to get to third is the Red Bull Dylan Fake. You might be able to get there.
Yeah, going back to Justin Jewell, he was planned to be an F2 driver, but obviously F2 got shut down. So yeah, he pretty much just got moved to F1. We shut down obviously F2 so we can get higher driver counts for F1, and obviously we didn't have really enough drivers for F2 anyway. So yeah, but here we go. I don't know why it still says caution on the leaderboard. Just don't mind that. But here we go. The now the V carb has DRS, and the V carb easily gonna probably fly by this Ferrari. Here we go. Maybe not. Here we go. Down the inside goes the V carb. Ooh, that's a late lunge from Marsikar. Couldn't get the move done here. As now he's under attack from Jack Ward, who tries the outside, not able to get there. As the V carb stays in second. As now they might fight down to the braking zone here. That is the Red Bull down the inside of the Aston Martin. As the Red Bull of Dylan Fake gets up to P3 after crashing earlier with the Marsikar from the lead.
Yeah, track getting darker, I can tell, and yeah, I don't think the V-Car is very happy with just he gives him the bumper almost, like NASCAR style, and that's not lose him time, and now he's under attack from Dylan Fake. Yeah,
here comes Dylan Fake. Obviously, he has 2 lap older tires than the V-Carb. We had Dylan Fake, but here we go. Yeah, Marsikar, he's really sending it into these corners, and then he struggles off the exits here. He's going to have dirty air all through here, but he should be able to get around that Ferrari. I think that Ferrari has been saving up his ERS all for that front stretch, though, to try to stay in that lead, which is a very smart tactic. Here we go, heading down the front stretch once again. Justin Jewell blocks. He breaks the draft, but here comes the V-Carb gaining, goes to the outside, side by side for the lead once again.
He sends it, they make contact, a little bit of contact, maybe almost got pushed off the road, but back to the lead. Goes the Marsikar in Spain.
Will Justin Jewell have a look though here? Yes, he will. Oh, a little swipe from the V-Carb, side by side, heading down there. Oh no! Justin Jewell, that's unfortunate for Justin Jewell. Just clipped that V-Carb, but he's still in the fight, but that's gonna hurt him a lot. He falls down 2 positions, falls down to 4th, as now it's between the Red Bull and the V-Carb for the lead once again.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of angry drivers after this race. They are fighting like crazy. Nobody's happy with anybody, teammates or not. And yeah, so back the 1-2 that we had earlier in the race, for most of the race, is now back together. And Jack Ward, though, no one's really out of this. I feel like in the top 4, maybe even Ryan Ocon, who's been quiet, but yeah, Jonathan Hibbett, Billy Krager, and Royce Trout long way back.
Yep. Will the Red Bull be able to get around the V-Carb here down this front stretch? There's a chance. Here we go. He's going to have the slipstream, going to have the DRS. Here we go, heading down the front stretch here. Will the Red Bull be able to go for the move? He's going to get aggressive. To the inside goes Dylan Fake on a Marsikar. As Dylan Fake gets up to first, Marsikar falls down to second once again. These two are going to go at it. Here we go. You remember the last time they were racing down to this turn here. They collided, but no move being made into here as Dylan Fake leads the Spanish Grand Prix.
Yep, Dylan Fake, I think that's the first time he's led today. He crashed in qualifying. He still kept his P2, and now he's up slowly looking for a debut win, which we haven't seen in Formula Allegiant history, I don't believe. Obviously Sam Lewis, but you know, that's It was everyone's first race, so.
Yeah, so we can't really count that, but here we go.
Oh, rain is here, rain is here, rain is here. I see drops on Dylan Page. Rain is here.
Yep, because yeah, rain has arrived, but when will people pit here? That is the question. That we'll see how fast the track gets wet here. I feel like you probably want to wait a lap to come into the pit lane, but we'll see. Some people might elect to pit here. Here we go. That V carb is right all over the rear gearbox of the Red Bull. As here we go, heading down the front stretch. That V carb is gonna have the DRS. It's gonna have the slipstream. As here he comes with the slipstream and DRS to the inside goes the V carb on the Red Bull, and the V carb gets back out to the lead. What will the strategies be? Oh! They're side by side. That's for the podium places. They're side by side heading through turn 3. Justin Jewell on the outside gets pushed a little bit wide as Justin Jewell stays in fourth. As now that the Red Bull trying to stay in DRS range on the V carb.
Yeah, I see a drop on Justin Jewell, a drop on everyone. The rain is coming. This has been one of the most intense races we've ever seen. People are racing, there's no tomorrow, and pulling away is the V carb.
Yeah, he's pulling away, but I think people are gonna probably come into the pit lane here soon. You see the drops on your screen. There's some drops. Here we go.
I think I'd pit when DRS is disabled. I think that's when I come in. But, yeah.
Most likely, yeah, because that's when the session is declared wet. Here we go. I actually think the reason Jack Ward didn't switch compounds is because the moment the session is declared wet, the tire compound swap goes out the window. So I think he just decided to just stay on the mediums, and obviously they're going to go on the wet tires at the end of the race. Here we go.
Yeah.
There's only 10 laps to go here in Spain, though, so they're not going to be on the inters or the wets or wherever this session goes to for very long. Here we go. The Red Bull out of DRS range on the V carb, but we'll see if he can get in that DRS range once again.
Yeah, I feel like sector 1 I haven't seen very wet, but sector 2 and 3 is where it's getting wet, or especially I feel like right here I've seen a lot of rain. It's going to be interesting to see. It's definitely it's just not quite wet enough yet, but we'll see. I don't think it's going to be definitely not wet enough for the full wet conditions. Well, at least that slide there from the Red Bull, it's definitely pretty wet here in Spain, but when will people pit? It's going to be interesting. I think when the leader pits is when most people are going to pit, so.
Yep, we'll see. Yeah, Mark's car's probably going to be the one to make the call here. Yeah, we'll see. I almost wonder if people, I mean, it's a long shot, but maybe some people stay out on the tries because we don't have much time left. I mean, it's where they could try it, maybe just try to skip that pit stop, and maybe that could get them the win. That's also a decision people could be thinking about doing, but it's definitely a long shot. As here we go, lap 25 here in Spain. That V carb is pulling away with the 2-lap tire advantage that he has over the Red Bull.
Yeah, 9 laps to go. I just don't. It's wet, but it's not that wet. Time is winding down. If it's still wet like this, or not very wet in a few laps, I think people are gonna stay out. Which,
yeah,
I don't know. It's definitely picking up. It's definitely picking up. I can see. But.
Yeah, that would be bad news though for David Avon if people stay out, because obviously he's gonna have to pit no matter what if the session never gets declared wet.
I think you mean Jack Ward. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jack Ward. Yeah, Jack Ward.
Yeah. Also, something to point out is that if it becomes that wet, I don't think anyone anticipated this, so people are gonna have dry setups on when it's wet, which could really cause chaos. It's not a huge difference, but it can be, so we'll see.
Here comes Justin Jewell to the inside of Jack Ward. They're side by side through the hairpin here. Side by side. Who's going to get the power down? There we go. Jack Ward's going to have the inside here. Slight contact here as the Ferrari got forced on the outside. Now he's going to try the crossover here on the. Here we go. Side by side. This could get tight. Here we go.
Into the pit.
Yep, into the pits he goes. Will that be too early? We'll have to see. Here we go. The fighting here for now second as Justin Jewell gets up to second in the Ferrari.
Justin Jewell and also Jonathan Hibbett pit, but Justin Jewell, such an aggressive driver today, but he's been able to make the passes. He's definitely fast. And in the intermediate goes the V carb. It just doesn't seem too wet though. I don't know.
Yeah, but it could be doing that glitch where it looks dry, but it's wet. It's a common glitch that happens in this game, but Here we go. I don't know. It's definitely going to start to pick up, though. Yeah, the lap times are going to start to slow down, and yeah, the track's going to definitely get a lot more wet over the course of this run. But this is an interesting strategy from the V car. But I'm not sure how wet it looks or how wet it feels from the driver's standpoint. But from our view, it does not look very wet. Yeah, we'll see. Will the Red Bull maybe come in here this time? I'm not sure.
I think he should because the V-Carb is, I can tell he's gaining a pretty decent amount. It's definitely picking up. I think either way, even if it's not what, I'd still pit this time to be safe and just so you don't do much of an overcut. But he stays out. Let's see. Ferrari stays out. Yeah, tomorrow everyone stays out. Maybe Billy Prager comes in the pits. We'll see. And he does not.
Nope.
He does not.
There's also we didn't even really talk about it, but Jonathan Ibbot's also on the intermediate tire, so that's interesting. So yeah, 2 cars on the intermediates right now. Is lap 27 here. I feel like they might just stay out to the end at this point.
Yeah, and if they see that, is gonna absolutely suck for the V-Car who's dominating most of this race. If it stays like this, Red Bull will get their 14th win in NASCAR. Oh my gosh, in Formula Allegiant history. They're the winning this team by a pretty good margin. None for me, obviously, last season, but Sam Lewis. But yeah, we'll see. I still think he's gonna pit though. I don't know about this lap, but I don't think it's gonna be dry enough to stay on these tires. If you do, then that's gonna be really dangerous.
Yeah, we'll see. Honestly, if I were the drivers, I would maybe take the risk. It just depends how wet it gets. I'm not sure, but here we go. Will the Red Bull come into the pits this time? This is just decision time for these drivers, and I don't think that V car is really gaining much on those intermediates right now. So I would just stay out a little longer. We'll see. The Red Bull stays out. The Ferrari comes in. Yeah, Justin Juhl comes in. Jack Ward into the pits. And Ryan Ocon also in the pits. The Red Bull stays out.
I can see drops coming on the track now, so it's definitely getting wet. This is about intermediate time in Billy Prater. The Red Bull is staying out on the racetrack. We'll see how it pays off. We'll see.
Yeah, here we go. I don't think this V car is going to get a huge undercut, though. We'll see. Here we go. She will. Yes, he's going to get a huge undercut. Yeah, actually, I didn't think it was going to be that big. As now the V car gets up to second. But honestly, if I were this Red Bull, I would just stay out because he has 21 seconds. He may just want to.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, that's 2 cars off. That's Justin Juhl and Ryan Ocon both off the track. It's now all sliding around in these intermediate conditions.
Justin Juhl, because he got jumped by Ryan Ocon, who wasn't really up there at all. Even now, Justin Juhl, they both went off in turn 1. I don't think they expected that. They didn't have much grip, but yeah. Now 22 seconds is at this point. If you're the Red Bull of Ryan Ocon, Jack Ward, Ryan Ocon at 30 looks pretty fast, but if you're the Red Bull at this point, you might want to stay out. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he gained some time from the start of the lap. It was 21 seconds at the start of the lap. Now it's down to 22 seconds. I think he could probably pull this off here. It depends, though. It depends how fast this track gets wet. So here we go. Lap 29 here. Only a few laps to go. I think this Red Bull is committed to staying out.
Yeah, ooh, it's being wet. It's the heavy brake.
Oh, that was a big slide from Justin Juhl and Jack Ward. These guys are definitely going to start to struggle, especially this Red Bull here, because this track is definitely going to start getting really slick. But the V car is not gaining that much.
I mean, yeah, he's going to have to gain. I'd say about 7 seconds a lap, and I just don't think that's going to happen. Maybe 5, 6 seconds a lap is Jack Ward, Justin Juhl is desperate to get a move on, but I mean, yeah, it's 21.8 seconds as Royce Crown pits. Yeah, 21.8 seconds. I just don't see it. I don't see the V car gaining enough. Wow.
Yeah, that's interesting strategy, but you never know. I mean, there could be some mistakes here with it being super slick. I mean, you never know that the Red Bull could make a mistake.
Oh, contact! Jack,
oh no!
Jack, oh my God.
Jack Ward off in the gravel. I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, Jack Ward off as Justin Juhl has some wing damage.
I hate Justin Juhl. Just sent him right there, honestly. That's what it looks like. He's not happy. And yeah, I don't know. Justin
Just
Jewell
Jewel,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, the whole left or I think right. Yeah, that's off. Um,
This opens up a good opportunity for Jonathan Ibbett here to get P4, maybe even Billy Kreger. But yeah, looking at the gap at the front, it's only reduced about a second this lap. As yeah, the Red Bull heading through turns 1, 2, and 3, and the V Carb just headed onto the front stretch. That's how big that gap is right now. That V Carb is gonna have to push to the absolute limit these last 4 laps.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I still don't know what they were doing back there between Justin Jewell and Jack Ward, but at the front, pretty much sealed that this Red Bull's going to win because the V-Car's only gaining about a second a lap as Billy Crager up to P6. Good run for him. And also, DRS still hasn't been disabled yet, so it really isn't that wet, but it's definitely picking it up in turn 1. So holy cow.
Yep, yeah, it's wet, but it's not. It's definitely still drivable on the tries. But the intermediates are still they're definitely the faster tire, but the hards are probably going to be able to the dry tire is probably going to be able to.
Oh no, the V-Car's almost funny saved him. That's gonna kill him. That's an absolute
Oh
kill.
no!
Here comes Ryan Ocon.
Ryan Ocon gets up to second as yeah, the V-Carb goes off, and the V-Carb down to third, and that is exactly what Dylan Thake wanted to see, as Dylan Thake takes 3 laps to go here in Spain.
The track is wet now. That was a big mistake. He was gaining a lot, but now Ryan Ocon, I don't think he's as fast as the V-Car, but he is definitely going to gain a lot, but I don't think it will be enough. DRS is disabled. With 3 to go, I don't know. There's still a possibility where one of these guys will be able to pass on the wet tires. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, we'll see. It's definitely getting wet. It doesn't look wet on the track right now, but it is definitely starting to get pretty wet. Just this kind of thing that F125 does. It looks dry, but it's wet.
For me, it's kind of wet, but I don't know.
For me, it looks kind of dry. It's weird. I can see a little bit of like a dry line, like kind of forming though. It's kind of weird. I see the drops though. As yeah, here we go, heading through this corner here and heading down this straightaway here. This Red Bull is definitely set to win the Spanish Grand Prix.
Yeah, there is going to be a lot to talk about after this race with incidents, and nobody's really driving with much respect right now. It's almost like it's a NASCAR road course, but yeah, we're coming to 2 to go.
Oh,
yeah,
here we go. Jack Ward to the inside of Justin Jewell. Here we go. Jack Ward is going to run him wide. As here we go. There's contact. Here comes Billy Kreger. Oh no, they take each other out.
Oh my goodness.
That's a huge crash as Justin Jewell is now out of the race, and Jack Ward is down to 6th, and that is a huge crash, but it's too late for a safety car.
I think Jack Ward he was not happy and he just pushed him off. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, now Billy Kreger up into the 4th position, but now he's still getting chased down by Jonathan. But you can see these guys are starting to slip and slide. As here we go, with 2 laps to go, the gap is down to 18 seconds. It's not going to be enough though to catch this Red Bull. Ryan Ocon probably not going to catch him. As here we go, the track is getting wetter and wetter every single lap. This Red Bull is just going to have to hang on, and he can win his first start.
Yeah, I don't even know where to begin with all the incidents today. So the one man who kind of stayed out of them is the Red Bull, or not all of them. I think almost every driver's gone involved in something, except for Billy Crager. But yeah, 17 and a half, the gap is closing. It's just not going to be enough, though.
Yep, here we go. He heads through the hairpin here. 17 seconds. He's getting hunted down by this Mercedes who is sliding around. But he's on the better tires, on the intermediate tires. I think this gap could maybe get to like 10 seconds by the end of the race. But that's definitely not going to be enough to catch this Red Bull. As the Red Bull heads through here. The last Red Bull to win a Formula Allegiant race was Sam Lewis back in Season 1 Monza. That was his last race he ran in the league, and then after that it was Aston Martin who came on top the rest of that season. Williams obviously won the season opener, and then Aston Martin with David Albon won the Bahrain GP last time out. So now we're going to see the Red Bull back on the top step of the podium. He heads through turn 3, gap 14 seconds. We'll see if Ryan Ocon has anything for this Red Bull, but it doesn't look likely.
Yeah, I mean, props to the Red Bull. It really hasn't been that wet. So like these last 3 or 4 laps, 13.9. it's just not going to happen for Ryan Ocon. But it's still a great run from Ryan Ocon. He kind of struggled all race, but in the end, he avoided all the chaos. And I get P2 as he slides there. But yeah, to the uphill section, I think don't think got through pretty much all the tough sentinel corners, and yeah, Jaff is really closing down, but it's gonna be a race victory here for don't think for Red Bull. Red Bull is really struggled since Sam Lewis left, and they really haven't even had. I don't think this might be the first Red Bull driver that's raced all season long. Actually, I don't even know, but yeah.
Who saw this coming? The Red Bull of Dylan Thake, who joined the league today. He's going to come through the final corner in his debut race. Dylan Thake is going to win in Spain. Dylan Thake wins the Spanish Grand Prix for Red Bull as Ryan Ocon heads through the final corners. He's going to finish in the second position. He wrecks across the line. The V-Carb, heartbreak for the V-Carb. The best car all day is going to come through the final corners. He slips and slides to that final corner. Good save from the V-Carb, but the V-Carb Amir Takuri heads up to the line. He's going to finish in the third position, and the Alpine finishes fourth. Billy Kreger, the Sauber of John Phillip finishes fifth. Jack Ward heads to the final corners. He's going to finish in sixth after that collision with Justin Jewell and Royce Crown, who unfortunately disconnected or something. I'm not sure what happened to Royce Crown, but Royce Crown is going to come through the final corner, still avoid all the chaos, and he's going to finish in the seventh position.
History's been made with a great win there for Dylan Thake. Yeah, there's going to be a lot to discuss. Go to the podium soon.
Yep. Yep, here we go. Podium, ceremony start now. Let's see, there's the awards and stuff. Your race winner, that is Dylan Thake, and the fastest lap went to Marta Carr. And then Ryan Ocon, driver of the day, and most overtakes was Ryan Ocon. Yep, we look at your results here. It is the Red Bull. Dylan Thake wins Spanish GP, and then you have Ryan Ocon. Second, and then third is Marta Carr, then Billy Kreger, John Fibbett, Jack Ward, Royce Crown, and then eighth on back from the race. It's just the Jewel, Michael Moore, Jacob Alaxon, David Albon, Gaddy Eliminate, and Landon Baranow. So, yep, what a race that was in Spain. Probably the most chaotic race we've ever seen in front of Allegiant. As yep, we're gonna go ahead and interview the interviews here shortly.
Yeah, I'll be leaving, but yeah, what a race, and yeah, I'll see everybody at Monaco next week.
Yep. Alrighty. Now what a race that was. That was absolutely insane. Alrighty, getting into the interview room now.
Oh, that's all I know.
Because you was on the inside.
Yeah, I mean, I had a right to go on the inside when that happened.
Well, that's not really passes on.
I just saw you get taken out. I didn't contribute to it though.
Nah, go look in the clips.
Okay, well, you mind. I can guarantee you I didn't contribute.
I'm gonna give it a sec so people can join. Then we'll do interviews.
Yeah, we're just discussing races.
Where's the clip? Clip for officials?
Yeah.
And you're talking about which turn?
Third,
The very final
Fourth,
one.
fifth one?
one of those. I don't know. I just got squeezed, and then I got hit, and then next thing you know, 2 cars are out.
All right. Let's just go ahead and start interviews here.
Yeah,
So,
right there from the Albert.
all right. So go ahead and start with Landon Bear now, who unfortunately retired race early. Finishes in the 13th spot. Landon Bear, now you ready?
Sure.
Yeah, so you obviously got taken out lap one. Just an unfortunate incident. There was a big crash with Gaddy Elimini. So just walk me through what happened and what took you out of the race.
I accidentally sent. I accidentally pinched Johnny into the off track, so I moved over an inch, and then I just watched a replay. I had a Mercedes just send it in there and take out both my front wheels and wing. So there's nothing else to say. Just got taken out like I do every week.
Yep. Yep. So we have Monaco coming up next. How do you think he'll do on Monaco?
Again, like I said in Austria, depends on if I get taken out or not. Which the trend, if we're starting a trend, the fourth race, hopefully I don't get taken out. But if I do, just ask somebody else who takes me out and ask why they did it.
Yep. So go ahead and move on to who is it next? I think it'd be
Royce Crown.
yeah, Royce Crown. So yeah, Royce Crown, you ready?
Yeah.
So yeah, Royce Crown. Not really sure what happened. I think he like disconnected or something. But yeah, he got kind of put at a big disadvantage, obviously. Yeah, he did kind of gain a lot in the final, the final closing moments of the race, but you're just too far back. I'm not I'm not really sure what really happened. So just walk me through that race and what happened there.
Yeah, so right off the bat, made a move up into P3 off the start. Medium stint wasn't too bad. I was a few seconds behind the 2 leaders who were fighting. Then they had their little incident. I moved up to P1. Also at the VSC, the delta was plus 0.3, and then I went into the braking zone, and it ended as soon as I touched the brakes. Mind you, I braked early. Received a drive-through penalty, so I had to serve that, and then I had to pit for hards. And of course, as soon as I pit for hards, then the safety car comes out, and I get stuck at the back of the field. Then from there, I got disconnected as soon as the safety car went green, and for some reason the AI decided to pit me onto 80% worn mediums. So I had to pit right away and put on those hards again. And then from there, I think I gained something like 20 something seconds on the guys ahead. But I absolutely had the pace today. Just nothing went my way. Just unlucky. So.
Yep. So yeah, we have Monaco coming up next. Do you think your luck will go better there, and do you think you can go get your second win of the season?
I hope so. I've already won Monaco in another league, so if everything goes to plan, that will happen again. So do my best. See what happens.
Yep. We'll go and move on to I believe it would be Jonathan Ibbett. Jonathan Ibbett, you ready? Or wait, no, is it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
No, it'd be
Ward,
Ward
maybe?
next.
Oh yeah, Jack Ward. Yeah, I'm selling. Okay. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'll go. Okay, we'll do Jack Ward then, Jonathan Ibbett. So yeah. All right. Jack Ward, you ready?
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, you had overall good pace today. Obviously you collided with Justin Jewell a few times, and all that stuff happened. Just Jack Ward, walk me through that race and how'd you end up in the place you got?
I mean, decent pace to start out. Really good fucking start. Like, when I saw his P5 at the lap one, I'm like, okay, I can possibly get a podium. Then I put on mediums expecting the rain to fall and hit quicker. Never did, so that was kind of my mistake. And then Ferrari, I don't know what his deal is. He obviously doesn't need to have a driver's license because, good lord, he doesn't even know how to drive. I mean, I choose my line, punts me, says I moved under braking when he's done terrorism 15 times before that, and I never once molested his back bumper. Then I get by him after he does another move under braking, and he's like, nah, fuck you, I want to right hook your ass, and he's blaming my ass. Like, honestly, park him for 2 weeks. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I'll have to review it.
That's just unacceptable. I don't care if someone's wronged you, right hooking them. No.
Yeah. So yeah, we have Monaco coming up next. How do you think you'll do there?
Hopefully I can just score a point. My pedals are broken, and Monaco is a living nightmare for me. So hopefully I just score a point.
Yep. Now we'll actually go ahead and move on to John Thibbett. So John Thibbett, you ready?
As always.
Yep. So John Thibbett, you did kind of struggle for pace, but you did end up avoiding all the chaos, and that ended up giving you a pretty good result here tonight in Spain. So yeah, just talk me through that race, and what was it like to go from the dries to the wets?
I don't know. It just feels like we were kind of able to hold on to tires more than anybody. The puncture range in this game is, as they say, about 80%. We were able to hold on to them to about 90, 91. Even with the inters at the end there, I was at 95 on the left rear. So, I don't know. And they felt amazing still. Even though I was drifting, there was still pace in them. So, I have no idea. It's either, I'm just a good strategist or, God's on my side. But, hell, I freaking drove that thing till the wheels fell off, about literally.
Yep. So yeah, we have Monaco coming up next. How do you think you'll do in Monaco?
Definitely better than Barcelona. I definitely say Monaco it's a strong track for me, but I always seem to qualify a little bit bad, but race pace there is a little bit more it's a little bit more outperforming, I'd say. So hopefully finish as close as I did today up front as I did in Monaco. Kind of try and translate a P5 there, but if not, I think it's still going to be a good weekend wherever I finish.
Yep. So yeah, we'll go ahead and move on to your second place finisher, Ryan Alcon. So Ryan Alcon, you ready?
Yes, good evening, welcome.
Yep. So also, by the way, welcome back to the league. But so yeah, you had a pretty solid race. Today. You had pretty good pace, and then overall strategy just worked out pretty well for you. And you avoided saw the chaos at the end. Obviously, took advantage of the V carb having that moment, and you got up to the second position. Ryan, just walk me through that race and what it was like from your perspective.
Well, I'm back, so some things don't change, because when I was here before, it was always P2 or P3, so I'll just finish P2 again, I guess. No, I want to address lap 1, because I think there's some confusion about that, and I'm sure we'll figure it out when all point of views get submitted, but Albert is upset about what happened. I understand. He didn't get to complete the other 32 laps like most of us did, and he was maybe being a bit reckless, as some said. I don't know. I'd have to look at it again. But I was on the inside, minding my own business, trying to stay out of the trouble, and I got hit, and I didn't feel anything on my end. maybe I was lagging like Faded said I was, and that really frustrates me if I was because I just fixed a lag problem that I had last week, and I might have to do the same again. So I didn't feel any contact with Elbear when him and Faded had their little debacle, and it ended up getting into my side pod. So um, you could see from other point of views there was contact when I was on the far left, Elbear on the far right with a car next to him. So I don't know. I don't know what happened there. But as the race went on, I knew P3, P2 really was not in the grasps until the rain came. I love the rain this game. Last game, I think the only track I liked it at was Spa, and you saw what happened in that race too, P2. I think it was P2. It was either P2 or P3. I think it was P2
Yeah.
last game here. But yeah, I knew once the rain came, just set myself up for it, medium hard. Could probably have went hard. And I ran 2 leagues here recently. Could do a 2-stop. Could do a 1-stop. Really didn't try doing it just because it just wasn't gonna work for me. I could have maybe stayed out with Dylan at the end on hards, but I knew it's like I'm either gonna get maybe at best P2 because I didn't know he was on hards. Maybe at best P2 or you know try to do something different. Hope others follow me. I think if everyone did follow me, I would have won, but coulda, shoulda, woulda, right? I'm not really unlucky like these other guys complain about. I mean, I had some things in my way, until I got to SV, the V carb you were talking about. I had the Ferrari hit me as well. Ward was complaining about that, and I can understand where he's at. I don't really know what the guy was doing. We're coming out of the pit lane on um on fresh tires, and he's shooting it up my outside. This is before the pit exit where he's starting to make that move, and he hits me. These people got to realize there's a corner up in front, and that's what I think the whole thing I was a little upset with Elbear about because I'm trying to stay out of the mess, and sometimes people get me collected in it. So at times I can understand where the unluckiness comes from. Times I don't. For me, I could sit here and say I was unlucky when I had a chance with that, but it only cost me a second or two, and it wouldn't have made a difference to Dylan. So yeah, nope. Congrats to Dylan on the win. I known the guy for a while, so it's good to see him finally win something in a while, and see he's got pace in this game. So yeah, if it didn't go wet, I think P2, P3 would have never been possible. But because it did, and I like the rain a lot, I'd be able to overtake like I did with Ward and then SV. So you could see why I want these rain races a lot more often, and everyone hates me for it. But I don't care. I want to keep having more rain races because in the dry for me it's really track dependent, and in the wet this game I hook up something I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, not bad.
Yep. So yeah, we have Monaco coming up next. How do you think you'll do on Monaco?
Everyone would know me. I would love rain there too, but you can't get everything, right? I think it'll just be survival. You know, um, we had a race there yesterday in a league I run at a higher tier, with faster guys, and I noticed they never got a VSC or safety car, so I don't know if we'll get any of those here. I don't know what the safety car rate or whatever it is on, so I don't know if that will change anything if it's higher here compared to there. But even then, everyone knows Monaco is going to be about survival, but it's going to be interesting because everyone's going to have to do a 2-stop. And even even if the 2-stop is maybe faster than 3-stop, or a 3-stop has to be done, whatever the case is, you're going to have drivers who are in the way who may be slower, whether it's intentional or not, and you're going to have drivers who become a blockage, and that's going to make the race interesting. If someone like Dylan is here again next week, or whoever, Polish, let's say, is faster, and they're behind traffic and they have trouble getting by, they're going to have to rely on the ghosting system to get by, really, if they break their wing or something. So that's going to be the interesting part about it, because really in Monaco, everyone knows you can't overtake, but if they hit the wall, their car ghosts, or whatever the case may be, it's going to be the only way you can get by them. You're going to have to go for an ambitious overtake, and we might see some really good overtakes from people who are really willing to do so. So it'll be interesting for me. We'll see if I'm here next week. I hope to be. But if I am, I'm really expecting just to finish the race. I really don't like Monaco, but as long as I finish the race, I think it's good. And well, maybe my P2, P3 streak can continue. I feel like Nick Heidfeld. So maybe we'll continue that streak too, since we're on the topic of streaks tonight.
Yep.
In
All right.
terms-
Yeah. All right. We're gonna move on to Dylan, your race winner. Also, the first thing I do want to ask is how do you say your last name? Because I don't know if I'm saying it right. Oh.
Dylan, you're very quiet.
You're really quiet.
Hello. Is it?
Oh.
Oh, he might try to come back.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, here we go.
Is that any better?
Yeah.
That should be.
Yeah. All right.
Alright, cool. Fake. It's pronounced fake.
Fake. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's how I was saying. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, Dylan Fake. You had a really good race tonight. Obviously, you were able to get the win with strategy, but you had winning pace. You had the pace to keep up with the V carb for the race win, and you played the strategy right and stayed on the dries for the last few laps instead of going in for the intermediates, which I actually felt was probably going to be the best strategy anyway from my point of view. But yeah, just walk me through that race and how were you able to get the race win?
Well, firstly, thank you, Ryan, for the congratulations. He's a lovely lad. I've known him for quite some time, so he's always been a class act. So, well, firstly, qualifying didn't go so well. I unfortunately met a wall quite hard, and I only got the one lap in, and I definitely had about 3 or 4 tenths. Still wouldn't have got pole, because SV's lap was absolutely outrageous, but we won't touch on that. The race, yeah, start was good. The mediums, I could have done another 5 or 6 laps on them, but unfortunately SV spun in front of me, and I didn't have time to react, so yeah, it's just a classic racing incident, nothing you can do. I got wing damage, oh well. Pitted for hards, and then after about 2 or 3 laps, safety car came out, which was a massive help. And then from there up until about the rain, it was sort of just sitting in the DRS train, trying to save fuel and tyres and all that stuff. So yeah, the hard stint was good, and then obviously the rain came. And then me and SV sort of broke off a bit by about 3 or 4 seconds, which was nice because we didn't have the pressure from behind. And then yeah, the rain came. SV had a moment, so we went straight into the pits, and then sort of about a lap or so after, everybody started to follow suit. But yeah, I didn't feel it. The tyres still felt nice up until around lap 31 when they sort of hit the cliff. I think they were on about 70%, and then the rain started really coming down. So I'm a very lucky lad that the race wasn't another lap, because Ryan would have passed me by some margin. But no, pace was good all race. I can't complain. So yeah, all's good.
Yep. So I have Monaco up next. If you're able to race that, how do you think you'll do in Monaco?
Unfortunately, I won't be. I'm on holiday for the next 2 weeks. So yeah. Even still, I think it'll be a good race. Chaotic, obviously, it's Monaco. When's it not? But yeah, there'll definitely be some sort of incident. It always happens. So I'll be sure to tune in.
Yep.
On the stream and all that. But yeah, unfortunately, I won't be there. But it'll be a good race.
Yep. Alright, thank you for racing. I'd usually just say thank you for racing for everyone, but obviously everyone's left, so yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. Not bad for 2:15 in the mornings. So
yeah,
all's good.
Yep. Alright, well I'm gonna go ahead and hop off,
Alright.
but yep. Good win.
Yeah, all good. Thank you, boss. See you later.
Yep, see ya. Alrighty. Yeah. So yeah, what race that was in Spain, probably the most chaotic race we've seen this season, or probably even in the league's history in general. That was quite the race. So, yep. But Yep, not really much else to really say. A lot of chaos, and yeah, congrats to Dylan Thake for the race victory. And yep, next race is gonna be Monaco next Friday at 7:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 Central Time, 4:30 Pacific Time. So, yep. Be sure to tune in for Monaco, the Monaco Grand Prix, the Monaco night race, actually. Yeah, the Monaco night race. Do not want to miss that. It's going to be a really interesting race to watch. Although it might not be the best racing, it could definitely turn into a very chaotic race like how tonight went. So, yep. Yeah, thank you to everyone that watched. And, yep, this is Bryce Croft signing off.